I was recently asked by my bishop to take a certificate program with the National Catholic Bioethics Center, and I've been getting into like a back-to-school kind of mode, picking up some books I haven't picked up for a while and getting into like a school kind of zone in my mind again. It's been kind of fun, and one of the things I picked up for the first time in a while is The Gospel of Life by Pope St. John Paul II. He wrote this in, I think it was 1995, and a really beautiful, powerful, clear teaching on the sanctity of human life and kind of reflecting on, I think, the Gospel of Life written by Pope John Paul II, and looking at the state of the world today, and even something like the COVID-19 vaccines. I know a lot of people have brought up to me kind of some false information with that, and I made other videos about the vaccines and the mandates and stuff, so if that's something that's of interest to you in particular, I would encourage you to look at that. But some people have brought up to me, I will not take the vaccine because there's aborted baby parts in it, and that's not really true. There's a connection to abortion with some of the vaccines and confirmatory tests, and I think Johnson & Johnson has a stronger connection. I think it was used in the production phase of making that vaccine as well, but it's a little more nuanced than that. But at the same time, that's obviously a grave reason for concern, right? Because ideally there should be no connection to any aborted fetal tissue at all with any of these vaccines or any other medical products in general. And generally speaking, we should oppose the use of any aborted fetal tissue in any medical products we can use. So I've made other videos about how the church does teach that in grave circumstances you may use, if you so choose, a vaccine or some other medical kind of product that has a remote connection to abortion, such as the COVID-19 vaccines that are available now. But I've been thinking about reflecting on the deeper level, like with that. I'm not telling anybody to take the vaccine or not to take the vaccine. So, please don't tell me I told anybody not to take it. That's not at all what I'm saying. Everybody has to make their own choice with this. But anyway, disclaimer. But reflecting deeper, I think the Gospel of Life kind of was reminding me of how I think we've been falling into a more and more kind of mindset as the church, and even in the world of like a permissibility with abortion, that there's a permissibility in it. And like John Paul II, St. John Paul II, in the Gospel of Life, like so powerfully and so clearly, he says over and over and over again and clarifies, without a shadow of a doubt, like the objective evil that is abortion, how it's an intrinsically wrong action. There's nothing that could ever justify that action. And we're not talking about culpability or individual people here or the tragic set of circumstances that often leads a woman to make that heartbreaking decision. And we're not trying to condemn anybody here, but we're talking about the action itself. You have to try to look at that action objectively. Like he says, there's nothing that can objectively justify that action of abortion. It's always wrong no matter what. This is pretty strong words. It's like fighting words today. That's pretty intense language. And now, like, the abortion debate has been getting more and more heated in our country. We think about the Texas law that was passed recently and other states looking to join and impose other things like that. As a people of faith, as Catholics, as people who are called to be irrevocably pro-life, to always, always defend the sanctity of human life, every human life, from conception to natural death. Like, to see legislation move in that direction, that's an awesome thing, and that's a praiseworthy thing. On the deeper level, we're called for working for the conversion of every heart and soul, that we may build up a culture of love and of life. But Pope John Paul II, in so many ways, he kind of smashes against that idea that abortion can somehow be permissible, that somehow there's a permissibility to it. So almost like subconsciously in the culture of death, inch by inch, abortion becomes more and more permissible, where we almost kind of like take it for granted, where it's just kind of something that's there and that's it. And that's something we can never be okay with or never be comfortable with, or to use a buzzword there, that's not something we can kind of dialogue with. It's always wrong. We could dialogue with people. We pray that we can have good, open, honest spaces where we can dialogue, and that like God's light and God's illumination conscience can break in to our hardened hearts, for sure. But we can't dialogue with an evil. Like, the evil of abortion is always evil, period. We want to pray and heal and help people who've suffered that, and encourage and help people who find themselves in difficult places. For sure, absolutely. That's our responsibility. But, we can't dialogue with an evil. We can't somehow say that it's permissible or kind of look the other way or pretend like it's just another issue amongst all issues. Like, they're all kind of equal somehow. We can think about the right to life almost like building a house. Like, if you had somebody who said they wanted to build you a house, and it could be very beautiful and you could live there for a while and you would enjoy it, but probably like you might want to be careful, because I'm not really too good at building foundations. So it'll look really nice and it'll be nice on the inside, but the foundation is probably going to be kind of shaky. It's probably honestly not going to last like more than a year. So just heads up with that. Like, that's never okay. That's not something you would ever settle with. We can think about the right to life as the foundational issue on which every other human rights issue rests. If we forget that, we've forgotten everything. Like St. Mother Teresa used to say, if abortion is permissible, then everything is permissible. If abortion is right, then everything can become right. Everything can be justified. It's serious stuff. I think Pope St. John Paul II, he's still teaching us today. I'm sure, and I know he's interceding for us in heaven in the communion of saints. But to remind ourselves, I think JP2's Evangelium Vitae, that's something that reminds us that we have to always fight against that spirit of abortion becoming more and more permissible, to be irrevocably and unapologetically pro-life as Catholics. He says in here quite clearly, like, any Catholic who supports abortion has placed himself outside of communion of the church. In other words, he's in essence excommunicated himself. Like, it's serious stuff he's talking about in here. It's clear. It's very pastoral and everything else too, but he doesn't mince words, and he's not joking around about it. And this is the teaching of the church. So I think maybe for us as a church to revisit and to reappreciate Evangelium Vitae, the Gospel of Life, that call for each and every one of us to be unapologetically pro-life, and to not just work about just changing laws, although that's very important, but to really work and pray and sacrifice in love for the conversion of hearts and minds to God, to build up the culture of life and the culture of love that Pope John Paul II desired so ardently. So God bless you.